Israel struck headquarters of Iran's state TV in Tehran. Israeli Air Force bombed the offices of Iran's state broadcaster just a short while ago. The IRIB came under attack while the anchor was still on air, talking about Israeli strikes when explosions were heard in her background. Plumes of smoke can be seen as the anchor leaves the studio.
آنچه که ملاحظه کردید، صدایی که شنیدید، فضای غبارآلوده استادیوم
So this is the latest in Iran, and on your screen are the images of the IRIB building on fire after it came under Israeli attack. However, shortly after the strike, state TV anchor was seen back on live broadcast. As you can see there, that's an image of the anchor. Her name is Islami. She's quite popular in Iran. And the moment that the missile struck the building where she was anchoring, she's scampered for safety. That video has gone viral. The attack comes shortly after Israeli Defense Forces released a message on social media issuing a warning of evacuation to Iranians. The IDF posted an evacuation alert for Iranians in Tehran's District 3 in particular, and the statement by Israel was released in Persian. Israel's evacuation orders impact over 33,000 people in that area. It is important to note that Tehran's District 3 is an affluent neighborhood. Apart from the IRIB headquarters, other key buildings in the area include the headquarters of Iran's Defense Ministry and Defense Research and Innovation Organization. District 3 is a key location given the concentration of government and diplomatic buildings. Dr. Azriel Bamand is a senior researcher at the Institute of International Relations, Prague, author of Margaret Thatcher and the Middle East. He's now joining us live on this broadcast. Doctor, thank you very much for making time for us, and welcome to WION World as One. From military installations, some nuclear facilities, and now what Israel says attacked what it called the mouthpiece of the regime, that's the media. Why do you think Israel is enhancing their tactics on Iran?
Well, the original objective behind Israel's war in Iran was to damage Iran's nuclear facilities, to degrade Iran's nuclear facilities, and the threat this poses. However, it does appear that Israel's campaign is escalating beyond the original objectives. It may well be that because of Iran's strikes on Israel's cities or Israel's population, Israel feels it has to escalate the campaign. But there is a concern that maybe this Israel's war is actually going well beyond the original objective.
Well, we do understand that the Iranian foreign minister has made a call to Washington, and Washington says that it could pave the way to diplomacy. Actually, Donald Trump did tell Iran to de-escalate and to speak to Israel. What do you think will be the, foreseeable in the foreseeable future? Do you think diplomacy will work at this juncture?
Well, I actually think that let's see what the Trump administration is able to do. Right now, both Israel and Iran seem to be on an are intensifying the escalation. And I think right now, only President Trump has the means to restrain the Israelis. As far as Israel is concerned, I think the most important objective for Israel is to degrade Iran's nuclear program. Israel has already struck at the Natanz nuclear facilities, done some damage there as far as we know. But the Fordow nuclear facility, which is also another nuclear enrichment facility, has not been affected. Israel would probably need the United States to become involved in order to do significant damage to Fordow. I think if the Americans were to strike at that facility and degrade Iran's nuclear capability sufficiently, that could be enough for Israel to say, okay, we've done our job. Israel has already degraded, Israel has wiped out Iran's air defenses. It has the top brass of Iran's military establishment has been eliminated. I think the United States has to step in and say to Israel, okay, enough is enough. We'll take care of the Fordow nuclear facility, and then let's stop this war. Let's try, and then the United States will try and get pressure Iran to go back to the negotiating table.
All right. Dr. Bamant is a senior researcher at the Institute of International Relations, Prague, and also an author of Margaret Thatcher and the Middle East. Doctor, thank you for talking to us today.
My pleasure.